Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and another episode of my MotoGP 19 career mode here today for pretty much what will be the penultimate episode of Season 2 in Moto 2, as today we race around Motegi and Thailand. If you guys missed the return of the series, the last episode guys, then go check it out by clicking the card in the top right hand corner of your screen. I believe that was episode 15. Today we are here for episode 16, and there's a good chance, an outside chance, we could win the championship in this episode. So guys, if you want to see how we got to this point, watch the last episode, and also this season if you want to see how we got up until this point. But yeah guys, we can win the championship here today. Now, as you heard me say, we are racing today at Thailand, as you'll see on screen right now, at the Buriram circuit, one that traditionally is pretty good for me because the AI are not very good around there, and then also Motegi in Japan, a track that I don't particularly enjoy that much. It's probably one of my least favourite ones in the calendar, if not my least favourite, along with Malaysia, but we've had a pretty good track record there as well. But first of all, before we jump into things here, we're going to do some upgrades, because I said in the last episode we're going to save up some points and do them at the start of the next episode. So looking at the bike, the frame and the engine are pretty equal, to be fair, and I think it's fair considering we've only got one left. I think we're going to go for the frame and upgrade that for now, and then the engine one will come eventually, hopefully. I reckon I'll squeeze one more upgrade on before the season ends, and probably at the start of the next episode. But guys, that's it for upgrades. We're now going to jump into the first race at Thailand, and we're going to tackle practice first of all, see how we feel, we'll see how we get on, do the practice programs, and then we're going to move into qualifying. So yeah, let's get into it. I was a little bit too close for comfort. Currently on the quick lap simulation test, see if I could try and beat the lap time that's set to me on the left hand side. 38.4, there we go, job done, we beat that, max points. Okay, so we've completed both of the tests as usual, distance analysis and quick lap simulation, maximum score in both of those. Currently in the live session we are P1 and the quickest, but we are running the double soft tyres, so yeah, not the true representation of our real pace, and I think the AI will improve elsewhere, but that lap should be good enough to see us through into Q2, as we are the only man in the 137. So let's jump into qualifying and let's see if we could try and duplicate that lap time once again. Okay, so into Q2 in P5, so others did improve elsewhere, the usual rivals of Schrotter, Luti, Marquez and Baldassari. So let's jump into it and let's see if we could try and secure a pole position. Bit of a wobble there, about 2 tenths down on Alex Marquez in sector 1. As you can see, AI into the mid 37s, so already the quickest times of the weekend so far, so I'm going to have to step up my game a little bit. Right, end of our first time run. A little bit hot into the final corner. Let's see if we can get it slowed down. That will do. On the power, do we go fastest on our first attempt? Yes, we do. 37.1. Pretty decent opener. We'll come back into the pit lane and strap on a fresh set. Also, I'll watch time simulate a little bit, see if anybody else improves. That lap could be good enough, but we'll see how time progresses. Okay, so pretty much 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Nobody else has really improved. It's pretty close, but we seem to have a little bit of an edge around here. The AI have definitely been improved with the patches around here. They're a lot quicker, but we've got the edge, and we're 3 tenths up on Marcel Schrotter, who's just gone P2 and snatched that away from Alex Marquez. So I reckon the 0.1 should be enough. So I'm going to take a chance and say, you know what, we're done for qualifying. There we go, then the lap was enough, and we secure pole position by 3.5 tenths over Marcel Schrotter. Very close between him and Alex Marquez, only 7 thousandths of a second splitting those two riders. Tom Luzzi P5, Lorenzo Baldassari beating him to P4, and my nearest rival in the championship, Jorge Navarro, or sorry, my former nearest rival in the championship, Dan in P7. So overall, a decent quali. We now move into the race. Here we are then on the grid for the Thailand GP here at Buriram, and the pressure is on. If we win this race, I think this is going to seal it for us, and we can win the championship in the next race. I think it's going to be important though to really secure those points and pick up that W here today to really get that gap in the points. So first of all, let's change the tyres. I'm going to strap on a hard front, hard rear, take no chances because this track can be quite tough, especially on the rear tyres. So yeah, let's jump into it. Let's see how we get on, and hopefully we can try and secure 25 points, a race win, and take one big step towards the World Riders' Championship here in Moto 2. Right, here we go then. Up to first gear. The 5 red lights come on here at Buriram, and it's lights out, and away we go. Kept it in first gear for a little bit longer that time. Seemed to work okay. Around the outside of 1. We're going to carry the speed the long way around. Alex Marquez taking first place as we go around the outside of a couple of bikes at 1. Nice little move there. Getting the toe, but you can see that we're visibly losing on the straights, so maybe an engine upgrade should have been what we should have gone for. In this episode, I'm very hot on the brakes here. I'm going to have to stand up the bike and take 2 stabs at it as we're hot. Andrea Locatelli goes down. Good exit though at the hairpin. And we're going to get a nice run on Marquez again, but we'll just be patient. We're P2. Most people around us are running medium, so we're going to have that slight tyre deficit when it comes to performance, being on a hard, so it's all about hanging in there for those first few laps until the hard tyres come good, and the AR's mediums start to just drop away a little bit. But for now we're P2. Baldassari P3, which is good, so let's just try and keep chasing Marquez and follow his rear tyre and see if we can maybe set him up for an overtake, study him a little bit, see his lines, and then commit to a move. End of lap 1. Marini goes down. I had a little look at Marquez there into the hairpin. So far though, Marquez has good pace, which is good to see. Could be a good little battle this for all 6 laps. The AR have definitely been improved around this circuit, which is good with the patches, because I was so quick around here. The AR were really slow, so that's good to see. Myself and Marquez here making a bit of a run for it already. Bit of a breakaway out front. Marquez setting the pace, 37.8. We do a 38.1. That's pretty much down to tyre difference, but still good pace considering qualifying pole was a 37.1. We're about a second off on 2-step harder compound tyres. Tom Luzzi down to P13 on screen there. You just saw briefly. He's lost a lot of ground. He must have had a bit of a moment. Either way, myself and Marquez setting a relentless pace, and others are trying to keep up. Really floating with the limits there at the hairpin, testing out lots of different lines and pushing the limits. We do another 38.1. Marquez not as quick this time, but still pretty quick. Tom Luzzi, the one setting the pace this time, of course. He might have made a mistake, as I mentioned before, being so far down the field. But Marquez started to put some distance between himself out front, and we're starting to fall into the clutches of the people behind, so I need a big lap here to try and respond because we're dropping off the pace a bit. Okay, a better lap from me there into the 1 minute 37s. A bit of a response, 2 laps to go. Got to keep pushing. Marquez's mediums will start to fade now, so this is when our hards start to really hit the sweet spot. Pushing the limits here, really trying to catch up to Marquez. On to the last lap of the race. Another decent lap from me, 37.6. That's better now that these hard tyres are starting to work. Let's have a strong turn 1 if we can and try and stay close to Marquez. Obviously we know how much we lose on the straight, but if we can stay close, that'd be great. Pressure's on now. Got to try and have a strong end to this race, strong lap. Okay, now we've got past the straights. Now we're going into the tight and twisty bit. This is where I make up my lap time because the AI are quick on the straight, as we know. I don't think I'm close enough though, unfortunately. I'm going to keep pushing, but I think Marquez has given himself enough of a buffer that I'm not going to be able to catch him. As much as I push, as much as I try. I gain a bit of time through here. Nice smooth run through there, but Marquez has too much of a gap. Even though we're gaining through here, you can see visibly. Gonna brake on the curb to see if I can push it a bit. We're gonna hit him a little bit there. That was close, we could have gone down. Marquez is just gonna take it though, and it's P2 for us in Thailand. Not too bad though. Here we have the final race results as Marquez picks up the W. We actually pick up the fastest lap. That last lap of the race was the quickest one, and we just missed out by less than a tenth of a second. I tried, and I knew I was good at that final corner, but yeah, we tried it. It didn't quite work out. Baldassarri P3 running up the podium, and then Tetsuta Nakashima is P4. Sorry, Nagashima P4, and then Marcel Schrotter P5 on the Dynabolt machine, and then Remy Gardner P6. So if we scroll down a little bit, let's see where other people finish. So we got Navarro in P12, Luti only P14. So really surprising there. What does that race mean for the championship? Let's have a little look. So we are 63 points clear at the top of the table, and Navarro, Baldassarri and Luti, I believe, are now mathematically out of contention. Actually, no, wait, no. I need to get them out of the 100 point barrier. Basically, the next race is going to be decisive because we'll start to put some people out of contention, and I think it's going to come down to me and Marquez, I think. So, yeah, let's jump into Japan, and let's see if we have the pace around there, and let's see if we can try and rule a couple of people out of automatic mathematical championship contention. Unfortunately, I don't think the AI are very quick around here, because I'm on a 54.4. I did that with mediums in the first practice program, and that's already quicker than the quick lap simulation benchmark time. And that's meant to be on soft. I've completely got this corner wrong. I always struggle with this corner, even in Moto 3, but it's not going to make a difference because we're so quick. We're still going to improve. And again, it's on max AI, but it seems like, unlike the last track where the AI had been improved, it seems here they've been made slow. Or in Moto 2, I'm just really good around here, because last season in Moto 3, I struggled. But you see, as we cross the line now, very comfortably beat that into the 153s. Comfortably. As you can see, confirmation that we hit the distance analysis and also quick lap simulation maximum score in both, and now we're going to see the damage of the lap times, and look at that, we are 1.6 quicker than Alex Marquez, albeit on softer tyres, but still the pace says it all, and we're really quick around here. But yeah, overall those laps should be good enough to get us into qualifying, so let's jump into it and let's see how we get on here at Motegi. Right, so into Q2 as number 1, P1, and that's normally a telltale sign that we do have good pace around here, and I do feel comfortable. It's just that one corner at the bottom of the hill which I really struggle with. Other than that, this is my circuit, and I'm quite surprised how quick I am, because last season it wasn't that easy and we really struggled. But in Moto 2, it must suit my riding style, because there's no other explanation for it. Either way, let's jump into qualifying and let's take that pole position. Absolutely incredible. No mistakes, 100% perfect. Let's see what this is. Up to the line, isn't to the 52s, not quite. 53.4, but that is already pole position. What a lap. Every single sector was nailed. We lost a little bit of time in T4, but that's just down to I think the corner down the hill where we just don't really have that much pace. Other than that, really good lap. Really happy with that. That'll be pole without a doubt. There we go then, the results are in. To be fair, Alex Marquez did put up a fight, he did improve, and he got a 54.2, got within 0.8 of me, but overall, it's a dominant performance here in qualifying. This time, I want to make sure I convert it into a race win, because if we do, we're going to really put some people out of championship contention, and that's going to make some big headlines. So let's jump into it. Okay, so here we are then on the grid for the Japanese Grand Prix here at Motegi, and we start, of course, from first place. Let's try and pick up the W and pretty much get one hand on the championship, and I really mean that. If we win this race, the pressure will be on everybody else to try and pull something out of the bag. First of all though, tyres, and after the last race where it didn't quite work out for me, I'm going to try a medium front, hard rear, because we lost so much ground in that first part of the race to Marquez that we couldn't actually re-overtake him, so I want to try and avoid that issue and get a nice clean start. So with that being said, let's jump into it and let's see how we get on. It's time for the Japanese Grand Prix. Right, here we go. First gear selected. 5 lights are on. Lights are on, away we go. Pretty good start actually. I tried a bit of a different technique. I tried to go later on the shift up, and also I wasn't max throttle, and that worked out. A little bit of contact there. Alex Marquez trying to swipe underneath. Side by side here with, I believe, that's going to be Marcel Schrotter. A bit more contact there with the German rider down the inside. Schrotter goes wide as he outbrakes himself, trying to go on the outside of me. But we take the racing line, and there we go, straight into P1, recovering our start position. Marcel Schrotter P2, and this is the difference now with the tyre. I should have a tyre that I can attack the race with a little bit better on the front end and really bite into the corners, which is what I want. So let's try and establish an early lead, dominant pace early on, and let's try and secure this W, and no questions asked. Let's put it to bed nice and early. So let's pull the pin. We've got the first place we wanted, so we haven't got to be tactical about anything. Just flat out push in as much as we can. Let's do it. End of lap 1. Nice little gap already starting to form behind as we set the pace. 1.2 to be exact, that's what we want. Let's keep pushing, set a couple of purple laps, or in this case a couple of red laps. Nice and quick. It's a little bit deep there, almost into the gravel. Had to be careful there to use the rear brake to slow me down, otherwise I wouldn't have made it. And the rear brake is always risky on these bikes. Luckily enough we got away with it. We push on. 53.6, that's only 2 tenths off my qualifying lap on slower tyres. There you go, that's the kind of pace we want. 2.2 second gap now, pretty much a second lap quicker now than the AR behind. Let's focus on bringing this one home now. That was some serious understeer. Front tyres starting to really fade now. You can see on the wear in the bottom right, it's below halfway, so it's over 50% worn. It's really starting to struggle. We've still got a lap and a bit left, so got to be careful with that, just got to manage it. But the front could tuck in a lot easier now at any point. Here we go then, down the hill one last time. It's been a dominant performance and a dominant weekend overall, to be honest. I've got the confidence now through here, and the bike's been fantastic. The upgrades paid off around this circuit, and yeah, overall it's going to be one massive step towards the championship. It could be the championship this race, depends on where Marquez finishes, but I don't expect that to happen. Either way, up to the line, we're going to come through and win the Japanese Grand Prix, get in, big 25 points. Okay, so I think we are world champion. I just got an achievement saying Moto2 world champion, and looking at the top 9, Alex Marquez is only P7, so I think we've done it. Baldassari P2, Schrotter 3rd, Luti 4th. I needed Marquez to finish 2nd or 3rd to stay in mathematical contention, and he hasn't done that, so let's confirm it now. And there you go, it is done. So with 3 races to spare, we have won the Moto2 World Championship. We didn't win Moto 3, so this is our first championship in MotoGP 19, full stop in this career mode, so I'm very happy with that one. And yeah, a well-deserved championship. We've been dominant all season long, and the bike has been fantastic. So you know what that means. For the next 3 races, we will start from the back of the grid and have a little bit of fun and make some overtakes. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, though, you can see that we are second behind Dynavolt, who have been very strong all season, and we've currently got a 11-point gap over Flexbox HB40. So if we can finish second, that'd be great, because I'm bringing in pretty much 98% of the points in that team. So yeah, overall a decent episode here today, guys, and we have won the championship. Surprisingly, I did not expect that in this race, but Marquez did not deliver. If you guys enjoyed the video, though, drop a like and also subscribe if you are new for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content, and turn on notifications to not miss a single video from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them, guys. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next one very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.